Hello, my name is Anthony Whitaker, and I want to start off first of all by saying thank you for being someone who's expressed an interest in attending the seminars that we're doing in the fall around the United States. So, I thought I'd put together a short video to explain to you exactly what the seminars are all about so that you're sort of hearing direct from me as to what's involved in the day, who should attend, and what we cover. So we're doing three different seminars. So the first seminar is called Super Stylist. Now, I'm going to make the assumption that you perhaps already have one of these, or if not, you're going to get one of these very shortly. Because what this is a simple flyer, which on the front here is just telling you what cities we're going to be doing these seminars in, what the dates are, and what the venues, etc. And on the back, there's a little bit of information about each of the three seminars. So the first seminar I'm doing is called Super Stylist. The second one is called Management, and the third one is called Team Building. So what I want to do is I just want to go into each of those in a little bit more detail so that you understand what the content is and who should attend, etc. So I'm going to start off talking about the Super Stylist seminar. So what is the Super Stylist seminar? Well, they're all a full day seminar. And the Super Stylist seminar is very much aimed at the hairdresser, okay? It's aimed at the stylist. And I suppose if I had to use a one-sentence descriptor of the day and what's the purpose of it, it's to get hairdressers to understand that they're responsible for their own level of productivity. And then to give them the tools to become more productive. Because if you're responsible for your own level of productivity, then you're also ultimately responsible for how much you earn. And being successful as a hairdresser is very much about two different things. There's, first of all, the obvious side, which is the technical and creative skills. Now, we don't talk about those during the Super Stylist seminar because that's not the focus of what the day is. The focus of the day is about what I call the other stuff. And the other stuff meaning it's the other 50% of what you need to be good at if you want to succeed in our industry today. So what is the other 50%? Well, I sometimes refer to them as the soft skills. So what are the soft skills? Well, they're communication skills. They're who you are as a person. Yeah. So things like, and hey, I'm the first one to acknowledge that some of the stuff that we talk about is not necessarily the fun, sexy, creative side of our industry. But it's very important to understand that if you really want to succeed, that these are the skills that you need to master, just as much as you need to master understanding the color wheel or understanding how to do balayage or understanding how to do, a great fade or whatever it is, okay? So the skills that we're going to talk about during the Super Stylist seminar are the skills of how to do better consultations, how to retail and why it's important, how to and why to and why you need to increase your rebookings and to build a referral-based business. We talk about retention. So it's all of the things that you need that aren't, involving scissors and comb. It's all the other stuff, the emotional connection that you build with clients, the communication skills that you have. Because if you develop those and you become successful at those, then you become what I call the super stylist. And the super stylist is that hairdresser who isn't just good at the technical and creative side, but they're good at all the other things. And they're the person in your salon that's fully booked. They're the person that does a lot of retail. They're the person that has a high average ticket. They're the person that has a waiting list. Okay, so that's super stylist, and it's for everyone in the industry. Now, it's aimed very much at the hairdresser, but typically in the audience, you'll have owners and managers. You'll have the hairdresser, the stylist. You might have assistants. You'll often have salon coordinators. You'll have beauty therapists. So there's something in there for everybody, but it is very much aimed. The core focus is on the stylist and getting them to understand the importance of and giving them the tools to grow their productivity and therefore to control how much that they earn and to take that responsibility on. It's a fun day, I promise you. It may not sound like a lot of fun, but it's a fun day. It's a full day, and I'd like to think that you walk out the door inspired and motivated to take the next step in your journey of becoming a successful hairdresser. Okay, so that's super stylist. Now, the second seminar is not for everybody in the industry. The second And the third seminar, the second one is called management, and the third one is called team building. Now, each of those is also a standalone day in itself. So let's talk about the management one first of all. Well, management is just that. It's about, how to be a successful salon manager, because our industry is full of salon owners who were, and I'm talking about myself here as well, who were and are great hairdressers. But what we do is we go off and open up a salon. And when we open up a salon, the skills that we have are the skills of the hairdresser. They're the skills of cutting hair, coloring hair, dressing hair, putting hair up, etc. But the skills of the hairdresser and the skills of the salon manager, where all of a sudden you're responsible for building a business, for building a team, for developing and bringing other people on, are two completely different things. So oftentimes we find that people that are salon owners or salon managers are ill-equipped for what it takes to become successful in that role. So that's what the management seminar is all about. It's about developing you, the salon owner or salon manager, developing you as an individual so that you can build and develop the business that you want to have. A fair bit of it's about systems, putting systems in place. So, different management systems, productivity systems, service systems, so that you've got continuity across the board. But it's very much a day that's about you, the owner, the manager, because if you don't grow, your business never will. And I use this expression that, your business is a reflection of you. So the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so this day is about acknowledging what you're currently good at. And it's about looking at what are the areas that you need to develop so that you become more successful as an owner-manager and you build the team that you need to make your business a business that you've always dreamt it could be. Okay? So that's the management day. Again, I promise you, it's a lot of fun. May not sound like it. It might be challenging for some people. It might be a little bit provocative. But, if we don't change how we think, then we don't change how we feel. And if we don't change how we feel, then we don't change how we act. And if we don't change how we act, we don't change the results we get. So sometimes it's good to shake it up a bit and be a little bit provocative. Okay? So our third seminar is our team building day. Now, this team building day is not for the team. This team building day is very much for the owners and managers. Okay, so if management is about you, developing you as an individual, the team building day is, okay, now that you've got these skills as a better manager, as a better owner, what are the skills that you then need or attributes that you need to develop in your team? Because ultimately, you can't do it all by yourself. Ultimately, your business is only going to be successful or as successful as the people that you've got on your team. So your job as an owner-manager is very much to be a leader and to bring other people through, to develop other people. And that's what the team building seminar is about. So team building, the third day, is very much for owners and managers, and it is very much about getting them to understand that their success is dependent on their ability to build and grow and develop other people. Because face it, you can't do it on your own. So whether you've got 2 or 3 people on your team, or whether you've got 5 salons and 150 people on your team, it's the same sort of concepts that we address with that. So we talk about communication systems, we talk about incentive and reward, we talk about motivation, we talk about recruitment. And again, it's a full day seminar, and I promise you, you'll walk out the door with a different approach to your business, and a different approach to the people that you've got on your team, and a different approach or different mindset to what do you need to do to get the best out of them. So I'd like to think that you could attend all 3 of these days if you're an owner or manager, and you'll walk away from it with a very different business plan in mind at the end than what you did when you walked in the door at the beginning. So what I'd suggest you do is that you talk to your John Paul Mitchell Systems representative and you get yourself booked in on this course and enjoy a fantastic day or 3 days, depending on which one you come to, with some other like-minded individuals, and you take your business to the next level. So I look forward to seeing you there. So thank you for watching.